Good morning, everyone. So, before we start, good morning, everyone. We'll continue chapter number 3 of our book Honeydew Glimpses of the Past. But before we read further, let us recapitulate once what we read yesterday. In this chapter, the scenes are presented in front of you in pictorial form. The meaning of glimpses means having a brief look, एक झलक, किसी चीज की एक झलक. So in this chapter you are going to read about the different time periods of war of independence, what led to the first war of independence. All the conditions, all the situations are told in this chapter. So the chapter starts where we see that after independence there is a ceremony going on, and a famous singer, Mrs. Lata Mangeshkar, is singing a very famous song, that is "ऐ मेरे वतन के लोगों जरा आंख में भर लो पानी, जो शहीद हुए हैं उनकी जरा याद करो कुर्बानी." So this song was sung by Lata Mangeshkar ji after independence, where she pays a tribute to the people who have sacrificed their life for the independence of the country. Now, further, we read the time period that how East India Company overpowered Indians. That time period was between 1757 to 1849. So they came to the country with superior weapons. They took an advantage of the rivalry between the kings in the country itself. So one king took help of Britishers and their superior weapons to defeat his rival king. Somehow, gradually, the East India Company, they helped different kings and they overpowered them. They had an agreement maybe that they would provide help to the kings, and in place of their help they will have to give them their kingdoms, or they subdued them. The Indian kings, they were not far seeing, they were not visionaries, so they could not understand the policies of East India Company. So the rivalry between the Indian princes helped the East India Company to subdue Indian princes one by one very easily. Then the reaction of people when East India Company helped Indian princes. Some people were of the opinion that now they can live peacefully. The God has sent Britishers to help them. But other people had the view that these white men, they have killed their own kings, though they were cruel, but they were the people of their own land, and they had the opinion that they have become the slaves of foreigners now. So two different point of views of people is reflected here. Then we came to British rule. That time period is from 1765 to 1836. The religious leaders, they preached untouchability and child marriage. So they said that if anyone crosses the sea, that person loses his religion. And some were of the view that all the women are a reason of misery in the world. Then the truth was that the Indians, they were losing their self-respect. Britishers disliked them, but they lost their self-respect. They agreed to work for them, right? And Britishers, they were merchants, so they wanted quick profits from the country. So they had different ways to ask people to pay them heavy taxes. When the farmers, they could not pay the taxes, their lands were seized by the Britishers. So they were forced to abandon their lands. The farmers were forced to abandon their lands. Now, I think we have to start from this. Still, the British invented other methods which gave them more profits. The Britishers, they always found out another ways from which they could get more profit from the Indian farmers. The goods manufactured in England should not have any import duty when brought into India. Now, what was their policy? That the goods, जो भी चीजें इंग्लैंड में मैन्युफैक्चर होंगी, when they will be brought to India, there will be no any import duty. A good idea. This was their idea to gain more profit. The East India Company's laws began to cripple Indian industries. Cripple means to ruin. First, they ruined farmers, then they moved towards industries, and they made the policies which ruined the Indian industries. Inevitable famines followed between 1822 and 1836. 15 lakh Indians died of starvation. So when the lands were seized, the farmers could not plow their fields. They did not have food to eat. So inevitable means unavoidable. भूखमरी की situation हो गई. बहुत सारे Indians जो थे वो due to lack of food, they died with starvation. The British policies ruined the expert artisans and their business. So British जो policies थी, उन्होंने expert artisans means the skilled workers. They imposed heavy taxes. They made the policies which were not in favor of Indian artisans. So all such policies, they ruined Indian farmers, Indian industry, Indian artisans and the business. Then we move further, where the time period is 1772 to 1833. It was the time period of Raja Ram Mohan Roy. You must have heard his name. Raja Ram Mohan Roy, a learned man from Bengal, understood what was wrong with the country. Now, he was a learned man, scholarly, means educated man. So, he understood कि country में क्या गलत हो रहा है. Let us not despise ourselves, and our ancient culture is great. So what he believes कि हम अपने आप से hate ना करें. Normally what we feel that जो other culture है, western culture है, that is better. आज भी लोग यही सोचते हैं. But Indian culture is rich, very rich. India is rich in culture. So he felt that we should not hate ourselves, whereas our culture is great and we are capable of greater achievements. And what we are achieving, we are more capable. We can achieve more from that also. We must first reform our society. But what is the need of the hour? That we must reform our society. हमें अपनी society में changes लाने चाहिए. Superstitions have been ruining us. What did he feel? That the superstitions which are prevailing in our society, वो हमारी society के लोगों को खराब कर रहे हैं, हमारी society को खत्म कर रहे हैं. So हमें उन superstitions में believe नहीं करना चाहिए. He was attracted by science and modern knowledge. So he was a learned man. तो वो साइंस में बिलीव करता था, उसको नॉलेज, he gained knowledge, and what he believed that knowledge should be practical and scientific. He believed that we Indians should not have faith in superstitions, whereas we should gain more and more knowledge, and the knowledge which we are gaining, that should be practical. And he started newspapers, but the suspicious British stopped them in 1823. So he was a learned man. He knew what was going on in the society. So he started newspaper, but then the Britishers, they suspected him, they were doubtful about his activities, and they stopped that newspaper in 1823. So Raja Ram Mohan Roy, he had the opinion that knowledge should be practical. We should not believe in superstitions. And he also says to his wife, he told his wife Uma, cows are of different colors, but the color of their milk is the same. Different teachers have different opinions, but the essence of every religion is the same. अब वो superstitions में believe नहीं करते थे, तो उनकी opinion क्या थी? What did he tell his wife? कि cows जो हैं वो different colors की होती हैं. but when we get milk from them, that is of same color. Milk is of white color. किसी भी cow से milk मिले, that is of white color. So he compares the religion like this. He says different teachers have different opinions, but the essence means crux of every religion is same. Whether we talk about Hinduism, whether we talk about Sikhism, every religion says that there should be humanity. They teach us the lesson of humanity, of being humans, feeling the pain of other person. So every religion teaches us. So what he did, he crossed the sea and went to England to see what made the British powerful. There he told them. तो अब उसने जब देखा that something is going wrong in the society, उसको practical, he believed in practical knowledge, तो उसने क्या किया, he went to England. वहाँ जाके he wanted to see कि why the Britishers were so strong. And when he went there, what did he tell them? We accept you as rulers. We here is talk about Indian people. We Indians, we accept you as our rulers. We don't have any problem. And you must accept us as subjects. Subjects means praja. हम आपको अपना राजा, अपना रूलर जो है वो एक्सेप्ट करते हैं, बट आप भी हमें अपनी प्रजा की तरह डील करें. बट यू मस्ट रिमेंबर द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी अ रूलर ओज टू हिज सब्जेक्ट्स. और आपको एज अ रूलर जो आपकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है अपने सब्जेक्ट्स के लिए, अपनी प्रजा के लिए, वो आपको हमेशा याद रखनी चाहिए. So during this time period, Raja Ram Mohan Roy understood what was the problem going on in the society and how he tried to solve that. Next time period is oppression. Oppression means maltreatment, not treating the Indians properly. This time period was between 1765 to 1835. During this time period, it is told that how the Indians were treated by British. But the British continued to oppress Indians, misbehave or maltreat Indians. In 1818, they had passed Regulation 3. Under it, an Indian could be jailed without trial in a court. So इस उन्होंने एक रेगुलेशन पास किया, रेगुलेशन 3. उस रेगुलेशन के अकॉर्डिंग कोई भी इंडियन को वो उठा के जेल में डाल सकते थे विदाउट एनी ट्रायल इन अ कोर्ट. ट्रायल मतलब केस की सुनवाई के बिना ही वो किसी भी इंडियन को उठा के जेल में डाल सकते थे. All the time British officers in India drew big yes, by 1829, Britain was exporting British goods worth 7 crore rupees to India. तो जो सारे Britishers थे, they were all involved in gaining money from India, in getting money from India. All the time British officers in India drew big salaries and also made fortunes in private business. तो उन्होंने क्या किया, सारे Britishers जो थे, they were getting huge salaries and they also made their fortune. Fortune means earn a great deal of money. अपना private business करके भी उन्होंने काफी पैसे कमाए. And in by 1829 जो ब्रिटेन से goods थी वो कितने amount की export करते थे? 7 crore rupees. So the British proposed on the company's loot, the British prospered on the company's loot while Indian industries began to die. अब जो Britishers थे वो काफी प्रॉस्पर कर रहे थे, उन्नति कर रहे थे, प्रगति कर रहे थे, बट जो इंडियन इंडस्ट्रीज थी दे बिगेन टू डाई, वो खत्म होनी शुरू हो गई बिकॉज ऑफ द पॉलिसीज ऑफ द ब्रिटिश. जो उनकी पॉलिसीज थी उसके कारण जो इंडियन इंडस्ट्री थी वो इट बिगेन टू डाई, रुइन होनी शुरू हो गई. गवर्नर जनरल बेंच एक रिपोर्टेड बैक होम, और जनरल ने रिपोर्टेड बैक होम मीन्स इंग्लैंड. उसने क्या रिपोर्ट दी? द बोन्स ऑफ कॉटन वीवर्स आर ब्लीचिंग द प्लेन्स ऑफ इंडिया. मीन्स जो कॉटन वीवर्स हैं दे आर ब्लीचिंग मीन्स रंग रही हैं इंडिया के प्लेन्स को, हिंदुस्तान की धरती को. मीन्स दे हैव ruined the cotton weavers also, right? They have their policies, they have ruined the cotton weavers also. Next this was the time period where the Indians were treated badly by Britishers. Next is period of dissatisfaction. This time period is from 1855, 1835 to 1856. This time period was of dissatisfaction among the Indians. Education in India was in Persian and Sanskrit. In 1835, an Englishman named Macaulay suggested a change. अब जो इंडिया में एजुकेशन दी जाती थी, that was in Persian language or in Sanskrit. There was no English. So उन्होंने लॉर्ड मैकॉले ने एक सजेशन दिया that we should teach the natives through the English language. कि हमें इंडिया में इंडियंस को इंग्लिश थ्रू इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज टीच करना चाहिए. Then the others also agreed. Then English education produced clerks. English education produced clerks to whom the British gave petty jobs under them. अब उन्होंने इंग्लिश में एजुकेशन देनी शुरू कर दी. अब इंग्लिश एजुकेशन लेके जो क्लर्क दे प्रोड्यूस क्लर्क जो उनके अकाउंट्स में काम करते थे, जो क्लरिकल उनका जो पेपर वर्क था वो सारा करते थे. और ब्रिटिशर्स ने उनको बहुत पेटी मीन्स स्मॉल जॉब्स दे दी, अपने अंडर काम करवाना शुरू कर दिया. Incidentally, it also produced a new generation of intellectuals. अब क्या हुआ कि जब पढ़ना शुरू कर दिया लोगों ने, तो उनमें कुछ इंटेलिजेंट लोग भी थे. इंटेलेक्चुअल्स मीन्स इंटेलिजेंट, बुद्धिजीवी, जो सोचते हैं, समझते हैं, लॉजिकली चीज़ों को एनालाइज करते हैं. तो अब वैसे लोग भी पढ़ने के बाद देयर वाज अ ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल इन द सोसाइटी हु वर इंटेलिजेंट, हु एनालाइज्ड द थिंग्स. देन व्हाट डिड दे फील? वी मस्ट एजुकेट आवर ब्रदर्स. अब उनका ओपिनियन क्या था कि हमें अपने जो और ब्रदर्स हैं उनको भी पढ़ाना चाहिए, और लोग जो हैं उनको भी पढ़ाना चाहिए, इंडियंस को इंग्लिश एजुकेशन देनी चाहिए. एंड ट्राई टू इम्प्रूव देयर मटीरियल कंडीशंस. और उनको एजुकेशन देके हमें उनकी भी रहने सहने की कंडीशंस को इम्प्रूव करना चाहिए. बिकॉज आफ्टर गेटिंग एजुकेशन दे वर गेटिंग जॉब्स. After getting education in English, they were getting jobs under Britishers. For that, we must convey our grievances to the British Parliament. तो वो कहते हैं कि इसके लिए तो हमें अपने जो complaints हैं, जो हमें इस system के regarding complaints हैं, वो British Parliament तक convey करनी पड़ेगी. Then by 1856, the British had conquered the whole India. और 1856 तक जो सारे ब्रिटिशर्स थे उन्होंने इंडिया को कॉन्कर कर लिया था. दे कॉन्कर्ड होल इंडिया. अब उन्होंने कंप्लेंट्स क्या करनी थी, हम बात कर रहे थे दैट दे वांटेड टू कन्वे देयर कंप्लेंट्स टू द ब्रिटिशर्स. दे केयर्ड अ लिटिल अबाउट द नीड्स ऑफ इंडियंस. कि क्या कंप्लेंट थी कि वो बहुत कम केयर करते थे कि व्हाट इज द रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ इंडियंस. Our kings have become puppets and we have lost our old jobs. तो वो कहते हैं कि जो इंडिया को कॉन्कर कर लिया था तो जो किंग्स थे वो पपेट्स बन चुके थे ब्रिटिशर्स के. ब्रिटिशर्स उनको पपेट्स की तरह यूज करते थे कि जो वो कहेंगे, वॉट एवर द ऑर्डर्स आर गिवन बाय ब्रिटिशर्स दे वुड फॉलो दोज ऑर्डर्स. एंड लैंड्स दे are converting our brothers. You only talk, do something to drive them out. Drive them out. अब क्या था? The Indians, they were dissatisfied with the way the Britishers were treating them. वो Britishers, they were earning a lot. Indians, they were facing problems. जो kings थे, they became puppets in the hands of Britishers. Whatever they said, they had to follow. तो उन्होंने क्या करना शुरू किया? They started to convert people. अपनी तरफ करना शुरू किया लोगों को religiously उन्होंने convert करना शुरू किया. And then some people felt that you only talk, do something to drive them out. अब उनको उनके mind में ये idea आने लगा that they should drive the Britishers out of their country. Only talking will not help. So this is the time period when there was a spark of independence. कहते हैं ना जो पहली लड़ाई थी इंडिपेंडेंस की, उसकी चिंगारी. सो दैट वाज 1855 to 1857. अब ये सारी जो चीज़ें हैं एक साथ मिलके लोगों में फ्रस्ट्रेशन है, लोगों में डिससेटिस्फैक्शन है अबाउट द ब्रिटिशर्स और ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी. So during this time period 1855 to 1857, जिसे हम फर्स्ट वॉर ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंस कहते हैं, उसके सारे कंडीशंस एंड सिचुएशंस उसके डिस्क्राइब किए गए हैं कि व्हाई डिड दैट इंसिडेंट टेक प्लेस. टैक्सेस कंटिन्यूड टू रूइन द पीजेंट्स. फार्मर्स को वो जो उनके हैवी टैक्सेस उन पे इम्पोज किए गए थे, उनको धीरे धीरे वो बर्बाद करते रहे. इन बंगाल, the Sanathlas who had lost their lands under new land rules became desperate. तो जो बंगाल में न्यू लैंड रूल्स के अंडर जिन भी किंग्स ने अपनी लैंड को खोया था, अपनी ज़मीन को खोया था, वो काफ़ी होपलेस हो गए थे, डेस्परेट हो गए थे. In 1855 they rose in rebellion and massacred Europeans and their supporters alike. तो अपनी डेस्परेशन में, अपनी होपलेसनेस में, अपने गुस्से में, फ्रस्ट्रेशन में, वो जो सारे थे दे रोज इन रेबिलियन, ओपोजिशन, वो अपोज करने लगे ब्रिटिशर्स का, उनकी पॉलिसीज का. एंड मैसेकर मीन्स किल्ड पीपल इन अ ग्रेट नंबर. किन किन लोगों को मारा उन्होंने? यूरोपियंस को और जो उनके सपोर्टर्स थे, दोनों को एक ही तरह से मारा. Discontent was brewing in the East India Company's army too. जो डिससेटिस्फैक्शन था, डिसकंटेंट मीन्स डिससेटिस्फैक्शन. अब ये तो लोगों की बात थी. द किंग्स दे वर नॉट सेटिस्फाइड विद द पॉलिसी, सो दे किल्ड सो मेनी यूरोपियंस एंड द अदर पीपल हु सपोर्टेड देम. बट इन ब्रिटिश आर्मी ऑल्सो देयर वर इंडियंस एंड देयर वाज डिससेटिस्फैक्शन among the soldiers also, the Indian soldiers also. Brewing means arising. Dissatisfaction was also arising in East India Company's army. The white soldier gets huge pay, mentions to live in and servants. So the kind of lifestyle the soldiers had, कि उनके पास huge, they got huge pay, काफ़ी सैलरी उनको मिलती थी, रहने के लिए घर मिलता था, सर्वेंट्स मिलते थे. While we get appetites and slow promotions, we here is referring to the Indian So there was dissatisfaction among the Indian people who were in British Army. Indian soldiers, they were getting very low amount of salary. Their promotions were very slow.